Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to talk to you today about strength training and making it stick. I'm going to share 3 key tips on how to make strength training stick if you've been struggling with that, right? And this does apply to other habits in life, right? Other habits that you want to stick. You can use these tips for other habits that you want to integrate in your life, right? It takes time. So I am Liz Philippone, and I am the owner of the Mindfully Fit Ninja. I am a movement and mobility coach, and amongst other things as well, right? Wife, mother, dancer, all those things. I love movement. I love it, love it, love it. So we're going to get started. So thank you so much for watching live. If you are watching live, please say hello. If you're watching the replay, please say hello and put hashtag replay in there somewhere. I would love to know that you are watching this. And we are going to get started in a moment. I am just checking that my live stream is okay. Hashtag replay. Good. Okay. All of that is in there. Okay. So let's get going. And please watch to the end because I have an amazing thing I want to share with you all. All right. So say hi in the comments. I will do my best to read them. I can read them better on my phone for some reason. So now, last week I did talk about strategies. I shared 3 strategies on how to make strength training a habit. This may sound all similar, okay? It might sound repetitive, all right? But I really feel that, and I'm called to emphasize this. Yeah, there might be some things that sound familiar from last week's live, but I am adding a new thing into this live stream, into this talk. So please stay. Please stay. And so many people can start strong with workouts. All right. So this is just a quick little thing, right? Quick little example for you all. Some people might start super strong out with their workouts, but struggle to stay on it, right? We go in, like for instance, January hits, right? And we're like all in, we're going, I'm going to go to the gym 3 to 5 days a week, right? After work, before work. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to drink my water, right? Like we have all these things that we know we want to do. We know we need to do. We have various reasons why. But then life happens. Life happens, right? You have a baby or a loss, okay, in your life, an injury, a surgery. I work with a lot of older adults, a lot older than me, but we're all starting to get older and starting to experience different physical changes in our bodies. And that definitely can put us off from getting our exercise in on a daily basis. So I'm just putting that out there that it's not just me, but a lot of the people I work with struggle with staying consistent. That's why they come to me to help, they help me, they come to me so that I can guide them through their goals, through their journey, right? So they can get those results that they want. And that's why I created programs that focus on accountability and progress. I want you to keep those 2 words in mind, accountability and progress. So today I'm going to share 3 keys to making strength training stick. And I'm also going to introduce a new program as well. Okay, so let's keep going. Key number one, make it social. I know this was from last week. You're probably like, Liz, I already know this. I got to make it social, right? But it's true, right? It's true. This is where accountability comes in. That word, accountability, but also encouragement. We need to surround ourselves with people that are doing the same thing, may not have similar goals, but are doing the same thing to get to that goal, to get to that result, right, that they want. Thinking of, so right now, here, let me stop a moment. And I want to ask you, what results do you want from strength training? Or what result do you want from drinking more water, from eating more vegetables, from writing up that book? So just asking yourself that, journal it, do something, but ask yourself that question. That is why a buddy, a trainer, a coach, or a group keeps you on track, right? It's the fact that you have to report to somebody, you have to answer a text, right? You get a text from somebody saying, hey, are you going to class? Hey, how are you feeling after that session? Hey, are you working on that thing, right? Did you do that writing on that chapter? Things like that, all right? That's what's important about having that accountability and that encouragement. Now, free workouts on YouTube are great. They are. They're great. But they're not going to call you when you miss a day. They're not going to text you when you miss a day. That's where a buddy, a trainer, or a group, that's where that comes in. They're going to call you. They're going to text you when you haven't been to class or you keep canceling sessions. So in my Stay on the Move program, which I'm going to tell you more later, you're connected to others through accountability in a chat thread. This all happens on an app, and it's awesome. So you're never going to do this alone. You're never going to be alone, even though it is on a phone. You're never going to be alone in this. Okay, moving on. Key number 2, small wins build big results. Yes, I know this is repetitive from last week. It's okay. Even if you didn't watch last week, this is all new to you. So this is great. Small wins build big results, right? It's like a savings account, a bank account, right? Over time, you put little bits of funds in an account and it builds and builds and builds, right? Until you get that big number that you want so you can go do that thing you want or pay for that thing that you need, right? This is the same thing. So you need to celebrate those little steps. And that's what we do, not just in my Power Up Your Strength program, but in the Stay on the Move program as well. We celebrate wins, whether that's doing one more rep of something, you lose 1 extra pound, you can stay 5 seconds longer in that plank or wall sit or whatever it is, right, for the week. We celebrate those. We don't just dismiss them, all right? And I encourage people to do that. Once a week, there is a habit that pops up in everyone's calendar once a week that says, celebrate your wins, go. People celebrate it in the chat thread, and if they don't celebrate it in the chat thread, I will ask them, I will remind them, hey, what are your wins this week? We need to do that for ourselves so that we can keep going. And it helps other people see that people are having these small wins. So then they're like, well, wait a minute, I did something too. So here we go. Does that make sense? Let me know if this makes sense. So the weekly workouts in Stay on the Move, because there's weekly workouts. Don't worry, I'm going to get to what's the gist of this. They're designed with progressions. They are designed to take you somewhere, take you to the next step. And if you're not ready to go to that next progression, fine. Maybe you stay and work on that week again, right? because we all learn differently. We all are at different levels here. Maybe we stay on that same week and that same program or that week, whatever workouts, and we repeat it, right? We keep working on that thing, and then we can celebrate when we reach that goal or we progress. I hope this makes sense. Please let me know that this makes sense. So you don't have to guess. You don't have to feel overwhelmed by it, because in the program, the progressions are built in there for you. Okay, and this brings me to my final key point here. Accountability. It is worth the investment because, right, at the end of the day, accountability, you need to invest in it. Now, for me, real quick, right, this is what addresses the obstacles, right? This is what helps with the time, the money, the motivation, right? All those obstacles that we just hit, right? I have no time. I don't have time to do this, right? I have such a busy day. I don't have time to do this. It's okay. You might have a day where it doesn't happen, but there is tomorrow. You got to just leave it behind and pick it up the next day, or pick it up in a few hours. Okay, and motivation, right? That motivation that you have, how long does that last on your own, right? You need people to help you with that motivation. So when I'm talking about free resources, right, like free YouTube workouts, for example, and even free motivational videos, I am all for them. They helped me tremendously when I was not only starting out with my health journey after having my daughter via C-section. I had never been overweight in my entire life. I was overweight. I was in pain. I'm like healing from a surgery, trying to be a mother, right? All the things, right? And I needed help. I needed other people to encourage me and help me keep going, because I had bad days, let me tell you, and I still have bad days. And those free things helped. Those free motivational videos, those podcasts helped. It helped getting me started. But in order for change to happen, I needed that encouragement. That's what makes the difference, right? When you have that. And now, even with my business as an entrepreneur, I'm just going to say this, as an entrepreneur, I still need that encouragement. And I had to invest in a coach to help me keep going, and other people like me, other entrepreneurs in my field. I needed people to bounce ideas off. I needed to hear them. We encouraged each other. It wasn't just my coach. It was everybody in the group. And yeah, was that an investment? Absolutely. But it was worth it, because now I have the tools. I know I'm not alone. I know who to turn to when things get rough. So with my Stay On the Move program, it isn't just workouts, right? Yeah, I talked about workouts. Absolutely. Yeah, you can get, Liz, I can get workouts anywhere. Of course, but it's not just about the workouts. It includes an access to a full exercise library, weekly workouts that I create, and I offer options as well. And this is huge, a monthly one-on-one coaching session with me to keep you moving forward based on your personal needs. I'm going to say that again. That is the part. That's the huge kicker right there, is that you're going to get monthly one-on-one coaching, one session with me a month for 30 minutes to keep you moving forward based on your personal needs, right? There, we got it. We have a meeting. We schedule that meeting every month, so you know what's in the calendar. All right. Because you need to make that appointment, not just with your trainer, your coach, or your group fitness class, right? You also need to make that appointment for you. right? Because you matter. You do. You matter. And all the people that love you matter too. They want you want to show up to be the best that you can be for them, right? And for yourself, right? It all starts with yourself. You want to feel great. You want to feel energized. You want to feel confident. And you need to start with yourself, right? So this is going to help you. Okay. So to recap, remember 3 keys: make it social, build small wins, celebrate those small wins, and invest in accountability. So if you're ready to put all of those into action, right? Because this is what's going to make strength training stick, but also overall a movement routine stick, right? Because we're not going to be strength training every day. You can't do that. We're going to be doing other stuff in between, but at a very small step pace, okay? So if you're ready to put those into actions, my Stay on the Move is here to guide. Stay on the Move program is here to guide you every week, every month, all year long, if you choose to stick it out, okay? And the investment in that is $250 a month. With my quarterly, and this is my amazing thing right here, an annual option. Okay, so you'll get the workouts, you'll get the coaching, and you will get an accountability that fits into your life. So you've been looking for structure and support. This is it. It's right here. Okay, so if you're ready to join now, so if you're watching live right now, or you watch this within the 24 hours, you're going to get this deal. So those of you who watched live, I am offering $1,000 off the annual price. So it is a $3,000 value for the year. If you paid for the year, that's $250 a month. If you paid for the year, that's $3,000. But now, if you join now, as opposed to October, right? I was going to actually launch this in October, the beginning of October. If you join now, you're going to get this deal. You're going to get $1,000 off if you make that $2,000 investment. Okay. So if you're watching the replay, comment replay. So I know you actually watched this and you want in on this deal. All right. So that's it. All right. So let me know if you have any questions. You know how to reach me. You can put questions in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.